that was great. It was really great to meet you.
Great. Can you introduce yourself to our site visitors?
Yeah, what's happening? I'm Duddy from the Dirty Heads, and we are here at Firefly Music Fest.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. Your treehouse session was awesome today. How fun was that?
That was super awesome. Yeah, that was great. I want now from now on, we're only doing treehouse shows. So, yeah.
That's it. Just book us over there.
Yeah,
it's good.
That's it.
So is there anybody you guys are excited to see at Firefly?
Yeah, a lot of bands. I mean, our really good friends, Sublime, they're here, so we're always stoked to be at a festival with them. Kid Cudi is going to be awesome. I'm really bummed I missed Run the Jewels yesterday. I've heard that it was an amazing show. God, there's so many amazing bands playing this. It's stoked. Kings of Leon, that's going to be insane. So yeah, we're just stoked to be a part of this awesome lineup.
Absolutely. So, can you talk a little bit about just how eclectic these music festivals have become? Because I think there's something for absolutely every genre. I mean, I'd like to see a little metal in here, but that's just me personally.
No, there really is, and I love it. We're starting to get into that festival, lineup to where when people put on these amazing festivals, we get invited, and it's so cool to be a part of it because we're a very eclectic band, and we grew up listening to all styles of music. I don't care what it was. If it was good, it's good, And so when you come to these festivals, there's so many different styles of bands that I enjoy, and it's good for bands like us because we get to get ourselves in front of people who probably wouldn't normally come and watch our show, and you get to make new fans, and you get to meet other bands that you respect, and that and you get to make relationships, and it's awesome for the fans, it's awesome for the bands, it's amazing for everyone.
How much are they like summer camp? It's kind of like a reunion.
It's just a big summer camp. We just played a show in a treehouse. I don't know if you were there, but.
So, I mean, with genre diversity and all that, we've seen so many changes in the music industry, and it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, fans can like whatever they want. Of the changes we've seen in the music industry, which ones probably had the biggest effect on the way that you guys even approach recording and promotion and all that?
Well, obviously the digital era came in and just changed everything for music as far as promoting, recording. I mean, when I first started recording, it was in my bedroom. I had 2 4-track mini disc recorders I would have to plug together and record 4 tracks here, bounce it to 2 tracks here, record 2 tracks, bounce those to 4, and then you get something that sounds horrifying. And then now it's just anybody can make an amazing album, in their bedroom on their computer, and getting out to fans is so much easier that you have to adapt to that. So you gotta be online, you gotta be doing the social media, you gotta be out there with the fans, you gotta be touring, you gotta just stay in people's faces because people's attention spans are like that now. And if you're not in their face, the next band will be, and they'll forget about you. So you just gotta keep with it and just remember that your fans are the reason you can do this. So you got to keep up with your fans, be cool, and just keep touring and be positive,
Absolutely. I mean, I love, even within your music, you guys add so many different elements and kind of experiment with sound, but it just makes people feel good. How important is keeping that vibe? I mean, the shows are just an awesome time all around.
For us, it's huge. And when we first started writing music, we weren't writing music to be in a band or to write a style of music. We just were friends hanging out, and we started making music, and this is what came out. And we're happy. We feel good. Of course we're happy now. We get to do what we love for a living. So we feel good. We write music that feels good, and we're stoked that it makes other people feel good.
Absolutely. So, I mean, can you talk a little bit about the recording process for Sound of Change? It came out, was it last July, right?
Yep.
So what was the recording process? What was the mindset like when you were putting it together?
It was a little different than normal. We didn't really have an idea or direction for the album, and we were hanging out with our friend Rome from Sublime with Rome, and he had just built a cool little studio in his house. And we're like, let's just mess around, let's make a song, and we wrote One Hand and we wrote Sound of Change, and we were like, wow, these are really cool songs. They're different, they're still our style, but they're different. They're big songs. This is a cool idea. Let's call the album Sound of Change, and let's just go for it. Let's just have let's make a big album, a different album. And we went to a bunch of different studios. We worked with different writers, different producers. We had collabs. We did all sorts of stuff that we out of our comfort zone. And, in order to make this cool album, and we're very proud of it, and it kind of opened up our eyes to different ways to record, and you don't have to be with your same studio with your same people every time. Go try new things and learn, it's very cool.
How much does the location though have an influence on the sound? I'm always curious about that.
It does, every location's gonna have a different vibe, and whatever vibe you're getting into, that's kind of what you're gonna write, and so I think the location's important, and we go to this place, Sonic Ranch, all the time in Texas, and it's in the middle of nowhere in a pecan field in El Paso.
What kind of field?
Pecan.
Oh.
This guy, his family's the biggest importer exporters of pecans in the world or something, and he became pretty wealthy off of it, and he built this little studio in the middle of his pecan farm, pretty much just so bands would come and hang out with him. And he's like the coolest guy, and he's got these little like hacienda like house situations there where it's like a mile from the Mexico border. So he's got these awesome Mexican ladies that they come and they like cook you bomb ass Mexican food all day, and they like take care of you, and you just sit there and you record. And he's got like all the most amazing equipment. So that's how you set a vibe.
I can imagine. That's
Yes.
what I hear. Like I've talked to bands about recording in Nashville, like different things, and they're like, yeah, you get the whole vibe of the city or
Totally,
like wherever
totally.
it is that you are.
Yeah.
So what are you guys currently working on right now?
Right now, we're not. I mean, we're always writing. We always
Yeah.
have ideas floating around. We're always constantly writing. But right now, we're getting ready for summer tour. You know, we're finishing these festivals out. We got one more. We have Summerfest in a couple days, and then we're done. We got like a week off, and then back on the road for like 2.5 months. We'll be out on the road all summer with Slightly Stupid, The Expendables, and Stick Figure.
Oh my God!
And it's
what a
gonna be
great
amazing.
lineup!
Yeah,
I
it's
think
gonna
you
be
guys
awesome.
are coming to Philly, like with
Yes,
that
we are.
one.
We are
so-
coming to the
Festival Pier.
Yes, thank you.
See, I know my shit. I'm good.
I don't.
Well, that's awesome. It sounds like you guys are going to be busy. What are some of your tips for surviving summer on the road, festival survival tips?
You know, just stay positive and don't try and party every single night. If you try and party every single night, you will be freaking miserable by the end of that tour, and you will be just so unhealthy. Just, you know, enjoy it. It's fun, you know.
I'm assuming there's stories that go along with
There's
that one.
stories, but I'll keep those in my bucket.
I don't blame you for that. It's great. Well, I want to thank you so much for
No
taking
worries.
a few minutes to
Thanks for
speak
having
with me. No
Yeah.
problem. Awesome.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.